All right, so welcome back to this week's episode. So yes, we are still on the Ducati 748. So a couple of you have thought that I should check the continuity between the ECU and that forward plug. So that's what I'm going to do today, and then I'm going to follow the wire to see if it's frayed off or grounded out like you guys were saying. So that's what we're going to try today, because otherwise I'm kind of at a bit of a loss, because it's indicating that the ECU is working and their E-prompt chip was not changed out. So the other comment that was mentioned was, have I compression checked it? Well, I have not compression checked it, but when I did swap the lead from the top fuel injector to the forward fuel injector, it ran almost the same, except that cylinder was firing compared to this cylinder firing. So, and the other thing is that the bike only has 2,300 miles on it, so it's a pretty new engine. So I don't think that it's worth necessarily testing that just yet. Sure, it'd be interesting to see, but I'm imagining it's going to be well within spec since it runs well once the injector is actually firing. So what I'm going to do now is get off the fairings, dig into here, and see how easy it's going to be to continuity check, and hopefully something just stands out, that wire frayed or something. Just something. All right, so here's where we're at. Got the ECU off. And this didn't seem like a good way to actually get to anything, because when I peeled this back, it's still like a rubber heat shrink going in there. So I'm just going to do the continuity check through the pins over here. All right, so down here, have my voltmeter set to continuity. So here's the forward fuel injector. I peeled back the coating. Here's the yellow-green wire. And so checking to see if this if it grounds out anywhere, and it doesn't. Here is the brown wire. Okay. All right, brown wire grounds out. So brown wire is definitely the ground. Okay. So the other wire, there's nothing. So then I'm going to go over to here. Let me just wedge that in there. So now I'm going to go over to here, and I believe it was that one. So now if I touch these to any of the other ones, I think the ones on the end are the grounds. So it's just that one. All right, so that front wire looks like it has perfect continuity to the front with no ground out at all against the frame. So then we can check the other one, the other wire. We'll wedge that in there. And then, okay, doesn't ground out against anything except for the outers right there. So it looks like this outer pin, and then these two. And that is exactly what I get with the other one. So here is the other one. Let me just wedge that in there. So nothing, as you can see. So there's nothing. And then I believe it's this one. There you go. So the fuel injectors, to me, have good continuity between here and there. And then if I go to the ground, let's see, there you go. And then that ground corresponds with the end ones, just like the other one. There it is. So it's that one and this one, and then that's it. So I don't know. The way that I'm reading the voltmeter, it seems like because when I hold this up to here, let's see. So to me, all of that seems, I mean, there's a tiny bit of resistance, but we're going from all the way to there, and there's nothing being picked up on the actual frame of the bike on that forward one. So I don't believe it's being grounded out. So I'm not sure if I'm testing any of this correctly. The other thing that I noticed was on the actual harness itself. Where was it at? Yeah, on the actual harness itself, it says 916 bi-postal. So I'm not sure if, so 916 bi-postal. I'm not sure if that's interchangeable or did somebody change that? Also, what's this jumper right here? So I'm gonna play around with that jumper a little bit. So this jumper right here is a ground from what it looks like, because so those are grounded out on that fuel injector, but down here now, none of that makes any kind of sound or difference. So now if I plug this back in, those two have a ground. So I'm not sure what this little jumper's for. I mean, I guess I could put the whole thing back together and take this off and see if for some reason that makes a difference. I don't see how it could. Currently, I'm not seeing anything, unfortunately. The continuity from here to there seems fine. So, not to mention, this harness that's coming off right here, it's right here, and it is like really wrapped up, and it actually comes out of here. So there's multiple layers of heat shrink on it. So there's not really a place that it could be, let's say, grounded out against the frame that wouldn't be noticed. I mean, inside of there, I guess it could be grounded out against another wire, but all of this looks factory and kind of untampered. So I'm not thinking it's anything of that, because all of that looks completely fine. So yeah, I'm not really sure what's going on here. Well, I guess I could take this off right here and we can check inside there, but if we're getting continuity to here, I don't see what help that's going to be, but I mean, I guess while we're here. So that kind of unscrewed and came off surprisingly fine. But if I'm getting continuity all the way to the connector, I don't see why anything right here. I mean, I guess if something was frayed or something like that, that would be pretty easy to see. But as you can tell, all this wire looks brand new. Like, it doesn't look used. I mean, I can't emphasize it enough. This bike has 2,300 miles on it. So I really don't know. So I guess I can unplug this and see what happens if I try to start it again. But I don't think that this is the issue right here. All right, since your guys' way didn't work out, now we're gonna try my way, which may blow something up. So thanks to the viewer, I took pin 22 out, and then I jammed in a lead into pin 5, and then I have that number 22 pin jumping off of it, and then making sure the ground is still connected. So I'm gonna leave it just like that, and we're gonna see if it, just smokes the whole thing, or if both cylinders start firing. So here we go. So gonna turn it on. All right. Hey, it worked. Sounds completely different now. All right, so let's see. All right. Oh! All right. I tried it your guys' way, now it's my way. Sure sounds a lot better. All right, so what do you guys think? Should I leave it this way? Feel the wires are getting hot. They don't feel like they're getting hot. So I do have it on the high idle. Let's see. So that should put to rest that there's no continuity between the back and the front. So there is. But what does that mean? ECU maybe? That one circuit on the ECU? All right, so what do you guys think? It was running on both. Just had to do a little jumpy. That's fine, right? That's the Ducati stuff, right? So, I think that jumping this wire over to there proves that for some reason on the 22 circuit, something ain't happening right inside the, I would guess the ECU, but I'm not sure. But unless there's some sensors that are specifically for the forward cylinder and some that are specifically for the rear cylinder, I thought that this would work. Let me see. Yeah, the wire's not hot at all. It could possibly be overloading that one circuit inside the ECU, so I don't know how long it would even want to run this way. But it is nice that it actually has, it's running on both, just like when we swapped over the fuel injection lead, so we could tell that it was actually running on both. But, so, I don't know. So if you wanted to see how I actually got these out, so I got these really thin pair of needle nose, and I just ran them in on both sides like that, and just pushed it in. Pretty much the way one of the depinning tools would work. And if you look at this right here, I believe, yeah, right there, it kind of went around it like that and then stopped those pins from digging in way up here. So that's how we got it out, and that's how you can get it out too. All right, so we tried it my way. We put a jumper from, basically, we just bypassed all of that and just jumped it over here, but that proved that that wire going all the way forward completely works. And as you saw, it did a nice burnout. So I don't know if that leaves it to the ECU or if there's something else that specifically triggers the front cylinder compared to the rear cylinder. I'll leave that up to you guys, but I don't know. I got it running. Had to get it running my way though. I was pretty sure that that would work. I don't know its longevity of working, but let me know what else we could do. But thanks for watching. It did a burnout.